Well, well, well. Welcome to the Can You Hear Me Now channel. Hi, Soundtrack. How are you today? Good to see you. So, hi, and Sim Captain Davis, hi. Ignoring work so you can watch from the start for once. Wow. Oh, that's I'm impressed. I can't imagine me being important than any work, but okay, wow. Hey, glad to have you here. And I don't know why I'm hiding back here. I should probably go ahead and just do that and come out like this way. And oh no, that's not going to work. Uh-oh. um. Well, bear with me a moment. We've made some changes to the lighting, and it's not going to work like that. Let's see. I think the first thing we got to do. Let me try going here and here, and we'll just try that. Um, well, that's not going to work either. But I think after that, then we want to try and fix. Uh, yeah, it's all very strange, isn't it? Very, very, very strange. Maybe then why don't we adjust maybe some of this? That's looking maybe a little better. Then we got to come back to here. Go back to here. Ugh. Hang on. Let me get to reach there then. And okay. That'll get us to a this obviously needs to come way on down. Oh, but when that comes down, interesting. So I don't know what I've done. Um. Oh well, probably better this and oh, I know one thing that. Let's see what happens if now if that. Hmm. Bear with me while I fiddle around a little bit. Um. I think we're just gonna cope with a shimmery shirt for today. Yep, that part of it's pretty awful, but let's see what we got. If we go from there, then come back over to here. Shimmery shirt, shimmery shirt. Uh-huh. With that. And will this one do? Oh, so that. Oh, yeah, but now the whole thing. No, it's kind of hard to tell where. Okay, maybe from there. And then back to the other one to try a little bit more adjustment to. I actually did go through all of this before starting and thought that I had it all ironed out, but apparently not. Um, can I live with that for today? Well, you sure can see the little box I'm in, can't you? I wasn't like that yesterday, and I didn't change that much. Just give me one more shot back at the other one that you. There's some, yeah, you one with the and the I'm gonna hear. I don't think that this one does much down there. No, that just oh, but that does some of that. And then uh That one definitely has a sweet spot. So then it's this one that, up until today was always just way more up there than, yep. So to make the box go away, I got to have a shimmery shirt. So I don't know. Not going to mess with it anymore. We're just going to enjoy a nice flight, aren't we? Oh, there's one other thing that I could try. Hang on. Okay, that's still got our box. I didn't think that. Um, yeah, I could, I could switch into my. We're flying to Ireland. Maybe I should try the green shirt and see what we get. So let me try. Although when the green screen was working for the last several weeks, I tried the green shirt, Scotty, and it instead of disappearing, it just turned gray. But I might give that a. Let me just go back. I made a couple of lighting changes that are make it closer to what it was before. So I'm just gonna go back and try that because nope, that was reset to default. Okay, can we deal with that? Well, now the guy gotta have the. Should we start over after this? I don't know. Maybe just pick up and go from. Can I pull? No. Okay. Well, I'm not fooling around with this anymore. I know that's the third time I started to say that, but that's the last time. And now I'm done saying it. Oh, look, a whole bunch of other people have come in while I've been messing around with the camera. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Oh, no, now I'm looking over here at the screen and it looks even worse than it looked. I can't tell though, because that green grass line is like right where the edge of the box is. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay. Ah, that was fooling me. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Can You See Me Now channel. Ay, 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 ay. What an auspicious start to an otherwise I could try one other thing. No, I'm just gonna live with it. Uh Now the little edge of that grass is like lined up right where my hair stops. I can't stand that either. Maybe if we back off a little, I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna stop looking at anything now except who's in chat. Hi. Well, let me begin by saying hi. I think I said hi to Captain Sim Captain Davis. Hi, welcome. Happy to have you here on Soundtrack as well. Riz is here. Hi, Riz. Good to see you. Where are the R's? No, I have you under F. Why did I put you under F? That's crazy. There we go. And I see Planet Neutral is here. Hi, Planet Neutral. And of course, Scotty the Hottie is here. Welcome on in. And I see Pezzy, who I think may now have Twitch's longest welcome soundtrack. I think it's actually longer than yours, but I like it. So at least for now. And Cold Neba and Ascended Gravity. Welcome on in. Happy to see you. Stealth Dot is thank you, soundtrack, because Stealth Dot stealthed her way right past me. Hi, Spun Dot. Happy to have you here. Well, so I guess it goes to show you just never know how a day is going to go, right? I mean, last night I got to bed a little earlier than usual, and I woke up a couple hours earlier than usual and feeling pretty refreshed. So I got up and I thought, there's all these kind of things I'd like to do for the stream today. Let's just make the coffee and dive right in and get stuff going. And I did. I've been, only taking a couple breaks since then. So and then it all just like suddenly I realized I was out of time and had like crucial things that I hadn't done, and I don't know. You just never know, I guess. But yeah, so couple of what I hope will be fun flights to planned for today. As you can see, we are in the Q200 Quickie, um, which is available from Just Flight. It's I saw one in person the one time that I actually got to go to Oshkosh in real life, and it was yeah, it's well, I don't know. Its cruise speed is not all that fast, but it's exceptionally nimble, which of course in my case means exceptionally prone to suddenly plunging to the earth with very little warning. Oh, I gotta put this back over here somewhere so I can. It occurred to me this morning that I hardly ever cough, but I cough a lot on the stream. Well, I mean, that didn't occur to me this morning. That's been ongoing. What occurred to me this morning was um, when I'm not in between streams, in between the two times a week when I stream, I can go a day, sometimes two, without ever speaking a word aloud. And then I get on here and start talking, and I pretty much talk nonstop, as you well know, for hours. So head canard. So it's a canard, but um like a reverse canard. Yeah, like an overhead canard, except but I technically doesn't a canard the elevator has to be in front of the main wing. Can hardly believe it. Oh heavens. Let's see. It is not easy to type on here. Oh, I can just hit tab for that, right? Yes, there we go. All righty then. That's taken care of. Let's see. Doesn't make sense. A card is supposed to. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know except that it's and now I don't even remember. I think it's Bert Rutan, isn't it? Who did the quickie? Uh, and so I mean, he may have done it just because he could. Why is my Google search set to images. Well, it did come up with images for a, there's no all selection. What the heck? We'll try that again. Oh, let's see. It's images. There's, am I doing something wrong? Um, every time I've ever done a Google search since Google's been around, there's been an all button over here. So I could get, I didn't even really want plans. I just wanted, oh, there we go. Yeah, but still, there's, oh, so it's on all. I see what, okay, I get what's going on. Yeah, so it was Burt Rutan. That was really my only question in particular, so that's fine. Um, yeah, and so it's a fun little plane. And oh, okay, so let's see. Now I remember where I was. Um, yeah, and this, yeah, the long EZ, exactly. Um, later will be we're flying a different canard, the Velocity. So both of these, experimental aircraft, and so how we got here today is I unfortunately let it slip one day last week on or some day recently on one of Sim Caesar's streams. I let it slip that that I had a birthday coming up, and so um, it occurred to me yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. It occurred to me um, that a year ago on my birthday, um, one of my brothers, not the brother who's not the one who sometimes comes to here to the chat, um, that brother, Steve, who sometimes comes to the chat, lives out in Olympia, Washington, where we flew on Tuesday. My other brother, Michael, is local, and oh my gosh, that reminds me, um, right, so this is an evolution of the Quickie. I'm not sure that I understand um what the this is, I guess. Oh, a tandem wing design. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how pardon me, I'm looking for a shortcut on my desktop. Bear with me. Uh I guess it depends on how closely you define wing. I put there it is. About to lose my mind. Now let's see if I can get back where I was before all of that happened. Oh no, we don't want to do that. If I do it this way, okay. There's the chat back at least. I mean, I mean, strictly speaking, the elevator is a wing, right? I mean, it's shaped like a wing. It functions like a wing. It's just smaller and at the back, right? So I mean, I don't think a canard is any more a tandem wing than a standard, empennage in the back, is it? Although, in fairness, I mean, now that you call it a tandem wing, if we come around and look at it a little more top down, what am I doing? I don't know. There we go. I mean, it's for an elevator, that's pretty big, I guess. Um, it's obviously got less surface area, but the same span and all. Uh, Say in the wiki article that the forward wing, the for, oh, actually, yes, that's true. So yeah, another odd thing that I noticed is the whoops, what have I done? Oh, I see what I did. The This surprised me quite a bit. The oh, let's see if I it's I it took me a while to that won't do it. Let's see if we come out of drone camera and go to the external camera and maybe over to the side. Can we see it from there? The the flaps are, now, let's see, pretty sure. Oh, come on. I must be like way zoomed out or something. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think the flaps are on the upper right. So I'm pretty sure that is a flap. Let me see if. Oh wait, no. So that's an aileron. So okay, so it. Hmm. Now I'm even more confused because let's see. I gotta turn that back on. The thing that really surprised me about flappage, though. Let me just make sure if I can get the. Well, it does have flap. Let me. Where's my? I've got a view that's got the flap setting, the flap handle in it. Don't I? Come on, wait. Pedestal, six pack. Where's the? There's. So. New play. There we go. I thought I set a view for this that said, oh, flaps. Oh, the one labeled flaps, of course. Okay. So that is flaps down. And I can't tell if the, hmm, um, you can press C to make to use, your flight controls, while oh, right. So there we go. So that's our elevator on the front wing. So I guess that's got to be what makes it canard. And then oh hey, Jeffrey B is here, and it just occurred to me, the bot would have alerted me to that if I had turned it loose, but I didn't. Jeffrey B, welcome on in. Happy to see you. And Just Scoop is also here. Hey, welcome on in. Um, Forward wing, yeah, the forward wing acts as the elevator. Yes, so right. I mean, that's you mentioned that, and but so now I'm just not gonna let myself go crazy, trying to refine what I found with the flaps yesterday when I was messing around with this thing, and I will circle back to the uh the birthday thing and the brother thing where I digressed from most recently. Um, yeah, Just Scoop, exclamation point. There we go. Plain in the chat. We'll give it to you right there. It's the Quickie Q200, which is it's an experimental aircraft. It's a Burt Rutan design. It's home built. Um, and so I've failed to mention the giveaway. Get yourself a ticket by typing exclamation point and entering that into the chat. Andrew Friable Logic, welcome on in. Happy to see you. So again, exclamation point ticket will get you entered in the giveaway for a free sub. We'll do the giveaway at the end of the channel. You don't have to be present to win, so don't let that stop you. Yep. Um, it just occurred to me that, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So that's been doing this. I gotta do some other stuff over here with the bot and the sounds. Because if anything else has happened since the stream started and I forgot to do those things, then I wouldn't know about it. Okay, no, activity feed says nothing of that nature has happened. So that's all good. So you may, I think the point at which I digressed from the story of why we're in this plane today is, it's around my birthday, a year ago for my birthday. brother Michael, the one who's local, the one you may have seen in a fly along video of mine on the Sim Caesar channel, uh, gave me a gift card that actually was enough to get me this plane and the Velocity XL, both of which I had had my eye on and been craving for a long time, but I just couldn't afford the splurge. And this plane and the one we're going to fly on the second flight were both birthday gifts from my brother. And so yeah, so that shortcut that I was looking for, I think I can just drag it. I think it's already there. Let's see. If I go here, nope, yep, bump. Oh, but are we gonna, we may not get sound. I hadn't thought about that. Um, hmm, yep, why? Because I would have to, it's so, oh, but this is, no, wait, hang on. Let me check one thing in the volume mixer that might let me. I haven't tried doing a video this way before. Oh, that'll do it right there. Yep, we just need to move that and go like that, and then we should get sound. And then we might even be able to do this. Yeah, so it's just a clip from a fly along video, like I said. Ha, except that I forgot to unmute. We're going to get airplane sounds as well. If we want to hear the video, we also get to hear the airplane. Oh, so you know what? Let's go back here and go inside the airplane where it's quieter. Alrighty. Much ado over maybe not nothing, but certainly not much. One day, when I grow up, I'll be a real streamer. There, and then see if there's sound. Just east of town, we'll land on a grass strip that is very near and dear to my heart. Mooney Field Airport is an 1,800-foot private grass strip owned by Michael Mooney. I have a brother called Michael Mooney, but I checked, and it's not him. Just there we go. That can go. Yeah. I'm gonna. I think we'll. Yeah, the airplane's not too loud. We can. We'll go ahead and sit here. So yeah, so that's my brother Michael, who a year ago treated me to the Quickie and the Velocity, hence the stream title. I don't think it's too clickbaity. And like so many other planes that I really, 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 really want and then finally get, I flew both of them, like a few times, and they've been in the hangar ever since. So I thought, okay, hey, you've had them almost a year. Maybe it's time to take them back out and try flying them around. So that's the plan for today, and that's why we're in this really rather odd looking thing that I can't find the flaps on. It does have them. I know it does. Uh, Maybe if we look right on down the the wing itself, I mean, you would expect them to be on the same wing as the aileron, right? Which is up here. So, oh, I will never get the hang of trying to turning the flight controls on and off when you're in the drone cam view. Okay, so that's aileron. And then if we go back in here and over here. So now I even hear them moving. That's the effect that I was doing. So I don't know why those were not. So this is it because this wing is higher than the other one? This is full flaps, two notches. this is supposed to work. I pressed the C. The C is supposed to turn the flight controls back on. Is it because I didn't click here? No, there we go. So that's one notch, and that's no flaps. So, well, I don't think it's the whole wing rods. No, so I mean, I'm pretty sure that these are flaperons, right? Because they do both. Wait, look. So look at the top wing instead of a flap moving. The whole wing moves. I did not see the whole wing move. Let me try that again. I don't think the whole wing's moving. I think it's this flaperon. Oh, gotta turn controls off. Oh, come on, Mr. Camera. There we go. Right. So this is indeed a flaperon, meaning that it's our aileron. Oh yeah, okay, and you can that's you can even you can see the opposite one from this angle. Go up just a no, can't move the camera with the seriously. I guess I'm just that close. Um, but right, so it's ailerons, but then it's also flaps. They're moving in tandem. Yes, you can see them both. The movement is subtler on the other side there, but right. So they're both moving. Um, but that's not what shocked me. What shocked me was that usually when I put in a notch of flaps, the flap goes down, right? But that's one notch and that's two notch. So the more flap you add, the further up it diverts. But I think that's because this, but now I don't know if it's because of the relationship high to low between these two wings or if it's the relation back to front of these two wings. At any rate, I'll read up on that, I guess, because it is fascinating. But for now, that engine is loud enough that it's kind of bugging me. Let's, did I know that I hit that? And then, okay, so there's one notch of flaps, uh, which will then be ready for when we get back in here. So here we are back in here. Sorry. So hey, Dragon, welcome on in. Did I hear the greeter bot greet you? I didn't. That's odd. Why did it not? Did I miss that somehow? Give me a moment while I check on the greeter bot and make sure it's not. It's it's ill. Is it connected? I always check the opening message. You have to dismiss the opening message, uh, which tells you if it's connected or not. And so I'm going to restart it. Um, so I always read that message before dismissing it just to make sure it says it's connected. And today was the first time ever, I guess really the only time, that I ever didn't read the message. So it's restarting. Give it a sec. And in the meantime, here. Let's see. Oh, wait, you know what? Oh, it's not. So it's not on the splash screen. It's where? Oh, that's really interesting. There's always a thing that okay, oh, I can go down here to connections. Okay. Well, that says the bot account is connected. Streamer account is wait, are these not? They're not. What on earth? That is oh no. Oh, my auth token is invalid. Okay. Well, we are not gonna fix that today. So soundtrack, help me out. We got no greet. Oh, but that's shout outs too. Oh. Okay, give me a sec. We'll see if we can't fix this. And let's see. There's a thing right on here somewhere for the getting that OAuth token. Oh, is it in settings? Let's see. No, it's not in seconds. Settings. Where do I do that? Boom, 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 boom. No, that's stupid apps. QuickBot. Is it? Am I missing? I'm missing something. Oh, I bet it's in the console. Oh wait, no, that's settings is still open. Console. I do realize this is riveting content. Thank you so much for your patience. Uh, hopefully, if you bear with me for a fairly short time, uh, I'll be able to get this sorted out, and then we'll carry on from there. Sagrin, hi. Oh wait, so Dragon, hi. Welcome in. Sorry the bot didn't say hi. And Sagrin, happy to see you as well. Um, why on earth can I not find where in the it might be up at the top here. No, that's an update. Wait, stream. Thank you, Jeffrey. Oh, look, it's got a little help thing. Uh, setup wizard, no. Okay. Getting that. Uh, please, dear God, tell me there's a search function. Uh, no. Oh, but it's in. Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. And we just do AUTH for auth. Generating a token here. We gotta go to. Oh, so it says we go there and do that. Well, let me try that. Go to connections. Uh, it's it's the giant button right above the connect button, the one marked generate token. Lovely. Okay. And it says I can close. I wonder how my token got out of date. That's weird. Um, and then there's a Twitch streamer and generate token. Yes. Okay. Well, at least it's looking like that didn't take too terribly long. So then connect the streamer, connect the bot. You are about to connect the bot. Yes. Okay. That should do it. Dragon, thanks for getting a ticket for the giveaway. That's awesome. I usually have that over here where I can see what's going on with it, but some reason I don't. There we go. Oh, at least 6 people entered in the giveaway. If you want a 1 in 7 chance to win a free subscription, all you got to do is type exclamation point ticket. Okay, let's maybe see about flying. Is there um uh yeah, I think so. We're at so we're in the Philippines. We had a new viewer we had a viewer new to the Peter Mooney channel on Tuesday, 2 days ago, called, I believe their name was Deacon St. John, and they were reviewing from the Philippines where they're doing. Did they say they were working on their Scotty too hottie? How sweet you are! Thank you for gifting a sub to Riz. That's absolutely stupendous! Yay! Um, and yes, let's see. I ought to be able to put that back on there. Um, Yeah, so Deacon St. John, if I'm remembering the name correctly, um, did they say they were working on their that they had their private and they're working on their commercial, or are they still working on their private? I think it was one of those two. Doesn't matter. They suggested this route because it's one that they did a lot as when they were training, or are doing as they're doing their training, and so it's in the Philippines, and it's from the from two places. Santa Fernando is where we're ending. Somebody Fernando is where we're ending. But I think I can maybe pronounce them. There we go. Uh, right. So it's all in a province called Pangasinan. Yeah, but we're all on one smallish island, but we're going from a town called, I think it's Lingayen, to San Fernando. I couldn't remember if it was San or Santa, but San Fernando. Well, it wasn't. They have their commercial and is working on it. Oh, okay, no, yeah, thanks. Um, do do you not have work to do? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Um, But yeah, so where we're starting out here, there's not really much of anything here but the strip and a little bit of a town here, and we're actually heading back the other way, but for some reason we're taking off this way. It's not to do with the wind. It's just I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So again, bear with me. I have not got more than an hour in this plane total, and more than half of that a year ago. So the prop, I guess the prop is kind of smallish by comparison. Well, that doesn't look small from that. So yeah, it might have more to do with the view. Um, it's but just the overall shape of this thing. I mean, you can see why they called it a dragonfly because it sure does have that look, doesn't it? Um, yeah, so let's get. Oh, come on. Hello? Did I do something to my. No, I don't know why. Okay, there's something very strange happening here. Uh. Oh, that's because we're there. I see. I'm not sure what just happened with the camera, but it's back to normal now. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Hang on. I don't know. Um, yeah, so I mean, I guess we'll just go ahead and give this a whirl. Uh, I see why the camera is doing unpredictable things. I've got my Stream Deck on the page for the velocity that we're flying next instead of for this. So there we go. Yep, down to the six pack. That's our whole cockpit. Is this the GPS? Yes. Okay. Here we go. We're good. So, yep, I got no altitude pre-select. Good. That all looks familiar. I suppose we should turn our transponder on just to be pretend like we're being responsible folks. I can't actually see if there's an indicator on that knob. I'm not seeing it. There we go. Alt. 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't think so. Um, we're in the Philippines, so is it 7,000? No, is it 7,000? What's the non-US one? Should I just put in 1,200 because that's what I know as a greedy American? Uh, hey, Sleazy does it again. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Um, I think it's 7,000 when you're not in the US. Is it not? Okay. So that says it's squawking. We're gonna trust it. Um, so yeah, Sleazy, we're in the Philippines and we're about to take off in the Burt Rutan Quickie, and see if we can fly it, because that's entirely uh, entirely in question at this point. Oh, I didn't even notice that I had left the. Sorry. Hi. the the green screen's not working too well today, but uh, we'll live with this little box around me that's not normally there. But oh well. Um, just getting off from work, 96 degrees today. Yikes! Wow. Okay. We're gonna just go ahead and taxi on out here up to runway 8 and take off. There's nobody around here, so let's see. Park and brake off, and it rolls. It barely takes any touch on the power to roll it, to get it rolling, and then it also seems like it doesn't take much power at all to get it to nose over. I am I have yet to meet the tail dragger that I feel like I actually have any degree of control over what's happening in taxiing and takeoff roll and like that. But so there we go. That seems pretty much lined up. So I mean, I think it's just kind of gradual on the power and easing the stick back at the same time. And then we get can we get the airspeed alive at least? There's the airspeed alive. Oh yeah, there we go. We're up. The wings. Let's get the flaps up too, because clearly we are climbing like a. I almost said a bad word, but we're climbing like one of those. Shall we? I was gonna started to make a left turn, but maybe we'll get a little bit more of a view of this little town we're in here. If I take that turn to the right, and gosh, we sure don't need to be any higher than 2,000. So let's once we're heading back this way, maybe we can straighten out and get trimmed for something approaching level. I don't know. Looks like the airspeed is fairly near the top of the green arc there. I guess we'll kind of keep an eye on the oil temp over yonder. But yeah. How much nose down trim does it take to I was planning on doing this down around 1,000 feet somewhere, just because we're trying to not get too lost in on chat either. Oh, from here I can see the waypoint in the. If anybody wants to fly along, I failed to mention exclamation point route will get you our route. But let's just reduce power here a little, since we're going wicked fast and we need to descend. So the only waypoint on this trip is that's slowing right down at that RPM, so that's good. The only waypoint on our route here, oh man, is what we're heading to. It's marked on the flight sim world map as being a power station, and I gotta say, Sobo, I was not impressed. It's a smokestack, and I'm assuming it's only thanks to my having gotten that smokestack add-on. smokestack and power line add-on that there's actually smoke coming out of it. Um, um, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you would think if they were going to mark it on the world map as being a POI, that there would be at least something interesting at that point, hence the name. um, oh my gosh, hang on. Oy. So yeah, that's our smokestack over there. And yeah, there's not a whole lot more to see other than the smokestack and the lovely greenish blue water. Of course, it's I hope to. So my brother Steve, who you may have met in the chat if you've been here when he has come by, is going to retire to the Philippines. It's where his wife is from, and I definitely hope to get to visit them at some point because I would really love to see the Philippines. All the pictures I see look pretty nice. All right, what are we doing? We're down to 1,000. This looks really low to me for 1,000 feet, but our altimeter was reading whatever 13 feet when we were on the ground, so I don't think I did anything in that takeoff that was enough to upset the altimeter. Oh, okay. So, yeah, we got a cute little island coming up here, followed by a power station, or the smokestack associated with a power station, I guess. I haven't even tried like basic maneuvers. Oh, you know what? Now this looks different than it did when I was here before. So maybe I just didn't hang around long enough for the scenery to load in. That's interesting. Yeah, the smokestack looks completely different. I'm going to pause here. I don't think anybody is flying along with me, are they? Well, I thought I was going to pause. What the heck? Oh, I see. Yeah, let's jump out here and take a look. Well, this is somewhat more detailed than when I saw it earlier today, but not a lot more detailed. I don't think there were working lights on or paint on the smokestack. I think it was more or less just like a generic chimney. Um, ooh, huh. Okay. That's oh, on is that on that gaming device you mentioned recently, the 2400 something? Sorry. PlayStation? Is that what it was? Oh, look, there's stuff loading in when I get closer. It seems very strange. What on earth? Huh. I don't know. Ooh, look, a bridge. You think we can get under it? I don't think so. Okay. Well, I my sense is that there's not really a lot more to see here. So maybe we'll just get back in the plane and go see some pretty scenery. Feet back on there, and then this back on. So here, there we go. Alrighty. So where we're heading is pretty much back the way we came. can't really see. Hello. Whoa, heavens. Goodness gracious. Mercy me. So apparently full power is just too much power for this little plane. Unless you want to climb. Because, my goodness. There we are, right back up at 2,000. Oh, there's somebody in a helicopter. That's cool. I'll go over here and see if I can get a closer look at. Oh, so we need to be going more up that way. Okay. Oh yeah, because we're gonna follow the coast once we get kind of over around that point there where that bell is. But you know what? I want to see if I can't get this trimmed up for. I think the max cruise is 139. I could be wrong about that. So yeah, that's already got us in the yellow arc. So I'll have to pull it down just a little bit. Although we're also descending. Do I have a button for that? I do. Yeah, I don't have anything like exhaust. Whoa! Hello! Well, that's one way to descend. Maybe try an alt hold on this thing here. We're going way too fast. Hey, VIP 11, welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. We're in the Burt Rutan Quickie. You get the autopilot on, and we'll take a closer look at it here. Kind of like to get it. Oh, kind of like to get it trimmed before I put my head down long enough to get the autopilot on. How are we doing there? Yeah, that's probably okay for long enough to get over here and get it on. Wings level, and we're climbing. Why? Oh, because I didn't do alt hold. Come on, seriously? What on earth is going on here? I just don't get it. Ooh, KW for Life is here as well. Hi. Welcome on in. Reduce power a little bit more. Probably lean it out some too. Oh, and I should probably know which ones of those are my fuel gauges over there, because I think. Okay, let's give this one more try here with alt hold. Guess alt hold is gonna level thing there, and climbing at 1,000 feet a minute. I just don't. I don't get it. I do not get it. This looks like straight and level flight to me, doesn't it? To you? So how is this climbing 1,000 feet a minute? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's gonna level out here. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we put nav mode on. Oh, do I have? Oh, yeah, no, that's everything. Now, what on earth? Come on. Oh, just because it turned? It's, So, autopilot doing very, very weird stuff. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Where are those? Those are over there. Ah, yeah. So, here's the other thing that I've not been able to find on this, is a fuel selector. So, I mean, I couldn't find a fuel selector anywhere. So I was guessing that maybe, are we about to die? No, not so far. Okay. Um, couldn't find a fuel selector, so I was guessing it just, automatically fed from both. But that is looking like we should probably uh, put some fuel in here. Oh, that's interesting too. What is going on here? Let's take this co-pilot out. And there's 50% fuel on both sides. You know the way it was climbing. I wonder what it does if we fill it up. It's CG out of limit. But it's not moving forward and back with that. It's really interesting. Oh, payload. What's with... Okay, Okay, well that's very interesting. I'm not sure what any of that was about. But that definitely might have something to do with the way it was climbing, huh? Having the CG. I mean, at first it was like so far aft, and then it was also. I did not check under my seat. Good point, Jeffrey B. Absolutely. That's hilarious. Uh, well, um, well, Nebo, I never messed with it either because it's in every plane where I've ever looked at it. It's within limits, and I mean, as long as it's within limits, you're fine. But obviously, it wasn't obvious to me until I looked. Was when I saw that we were out of limits. So what's going on down here with this? So did I click over there? I did. So oh, so yeah, we are still we're pretty near the top of the green arc. And we're at, oh, okay, 2300 RPM. And it says nav mode, but it is not turning us. And there's mountains over here. That can't be good. Oh yeah, look, there's our... Oh, it is going to turn us. What do you know? It just waited. It took its precious time getting there. So, Leezy does it again in I learned how to fly in the Piper Warrior and flew recreationally for about 5 years and all but a few hours. So and I don't. One day I will find the box in the garage that has all the stuff from that period that ended 15 years ago. And because my logbook's in there, because I really do not remember how many hours I had total. It wasn't a lot, you know. But I can't remember if it was like around 200 or was it around 400. I have no idea um, how many hours I had. But all but a few of those hours were in the Warrior. There were a few times like when I was on a trip somewhere out of state and that I rented a 172. So I got, you know, at my home field, I got checked out in a 172. So then there were a few times when I rented a 172. Uh, one of my flights in a 172 was also the only time I ever actually got lost, like hard lost. It was up in Illinois. Well, I guess where I was on business was, oh, somebody's flying along. Hi. It's Trigon. Hi. Happy to have you along. Thanks for flying. And good to see you. Good to see you in the sky, my friend. Um, we were in Illinois, so where I was on business was in Illinois, well west of Chicago. I mean, by well west of Chicago, I mean far enough west that the little field that was in the town where I was, I didn't have to worry about. It was far enough away from the Bravo that I didn't really have to worry about that. But I had a friend who was down in Indiana, so I kind of flew like south from Chicago and then turned and went east to Indiana to visit her uh, for a day, and then flew back. And ha ha ha! No. Um, but on so the return flight was at night, and I got to where I thought the field was supposed to be, and clicked the button on the yoke to turn on the lights, and no lights. And I was like, okay, well, so I kind of flew around for a while to getting the lay of like where I could see lights from like towns and things, and but I really couldn't tell if I was. Oh no, it was definitely the right frequency. I had only checked 13 times if I was on the right frequency. No, I just wasn't where I thought I was. It was there wasn't. I don't remember. I don't. If it had a GPS in it, it was not the. So bear in mind, this was 20 years ago, when a GPS was had a black on green 2-line text display was what you got on the GPS. And so if it had one, it wasn't the brand I knew how to use. Of course, there was probably only one brand, so it probably just didn't have one. But at any rate, so eventually, I just got the frequency for center off the chart, and called him up and said, "Excuse me, I don't know where I am. Can you help?" And they gave me a squawk, and located me and vectored me to the airport. And when they said you should be over it now, I clicked for the lights, and up they came, and then everything was fine. But so that's. Yeah, it's for VFR at night is definitely a good idea to stay oriented to highways and cities, and I mean not even cities, but just city lights, street lights, highways, roads, street lights, anything that's lit up on the ground, which I'm sure you probably already know is why when you look at a VFR sectional chart, the shapes of cities are depicted in yellow, because that's like to indicate that that's the pattern of light that what you're looking at from the air. If it's lit up and shaped basically like that, that's probably the town where you are. Let's hop back outside a second here, and is Drygon still around? There's Drygon. Hi. Are you in the Mooney, or is it just my model matching that's putting you in a Mooney for me? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Who's flying the plane? Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. Are we close enough together to get a good flyby shot? Let's see. Is that this one? Yes. Oh, I think this might work. No, maybe if I go to the other side. Let's see. Yeah, I think I probably do have to go to the other side. Aha. Well, cool. Ice Cold Penguin. Welcome on in. Happy to see you. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Hope things are going well. And for your lesser half as well. Biz class upgrade. Is that right? Oh, I think that's right. It's good to see you. Ice Cold Penguin, type exclamation point ticket to get yourself entered into the giveaway for a free sub. And oh yeah, so today's giveaway, Sleazy does it again, and every stream's giveaway is a free. So hey, Cool. We are in much closer proximity now. That's awesome. Let's, whoop, hang on. Where am I? There's, uh, there's our exterior camera. Let's try this again. Oh, that's very cool. Like that. Let's go back in here, turn those off, then come back up over here. Oh, hey, here's a city and what looks like the north end of the island. I think we may have flown past our destination. No? Okay, no, good. But pardon me for a moment while I check to see what's going on. Oh, we're 4 miles out and we're at 2,000 feet. Probably time to do something about that. Is that the is that the airport? Oh my gosh, it is. Oh, yeah, good idea. Thanks. I would have completely forgotten that. So, pardon me while I see if I can remember how to land an airplane, let alone a tail dragger. There we go. So let's pull the power and see if we can both slow down and go down. Uh, yes, we are not lost. That is a good thing. That's a very good thing. In fact, let's just take all the power out. And I don't know what flap operating speed is on this thing, but it looks like we're down to 100 or less. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in some flaps. Oh, cool little flap indicator light just came on. Oh, autopilot's on. So autopilot away. That's good. Maybe that's what some of that stuff was about. Ooh, and even with flaps, look how slow that is going with no power. So we'll put a little power back in here. Why didn't they let the soundtrack? I I'm not even gonna look. I don't think I can take any more of that. Okay, well I tell you what, let's not stall. So let's have some more power. Hello, okay. There comes some power. The throttle control on this seems really strange. Crypto Sonar, welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Happy to have you here. We're flying the Burt Rutan Quickie in the Philippines, and we're just about to land. We're right at the end of our flight. Mariner Halley is here. So soundtrack? I didn't hear Mariner Halley's welcome sound, and it doesn't look like it shouted him out. So I thought we had the bot situation resolved, but I guess we don't. I didn't hear a welcome. Did you hear a welcome? There's nothing muted. Let's extend our downwind just a little bit because for some reason we're climbing. Why are we climbing? That looks a little... No. Come on. Is my electric trim even working? Oh, yep, I see the little... Well, my trim indicator's working anyway. You know, if the actual trim is working. Yep, I'm just gonna keep on... 1800 RPM ought to be okay. Just going to extend this downwind out here until we're down to a little closer to 1,000 anyway. Iced latte or a smoothie? Oh man. Oof. I may have to go. I may have to brew some coffee after this stream is over. An hour and 23 minutes? How did that happen? Uh, okay. Let's go ahead and. Oh, look, there's a construction crane down there. That's interesting. See if we can make this turn. But we don't want to climb in this turn, thanks. Nor do we want to plummet. Hey, there's back along the coastline, and hey, look, it looks like an airport. That's nice. So, now, can we find the magic RPM number with full flaps to get ourselves a steady rate of descent? I don't know. Uh, a drag strip, that would be funny. Modnaut, hey, welcome on in. Happy to see you. We're just landing in Saint somebody. Fernando. San Fernando, but not the San Fernando Valley in California. No. We are in the city of San Fernando in the Philippines. And we're in the Burt Rutan Quickie. And we're on final, I guess. We shall see how this goes. Landing tail draggers, never a good look for me, but is okay. Cold Nebo, I will read that after we're down. It went beyond subject, verb, object, and that was all I had time for. Okay. Just out of interest, what is our RPM setting here? 1300. Just for future reference, because it seems like a pretty reasonable descent rate and just above the stall speed. So we'll see. I think I started to say earlier, I have not even taken this thing out for, just like, general maneuvers, slow flight, power on stalls, power off stalls, turns around to point, lazy eights. I done none of that. None of that. Here's the feel made. I'm going to pull the power and see what happens. Do we just plummet or not? Can we stall it on? I don't know. I don't even know what kind of sight picture to be looking for. Whoa, like a wings level. Oh, 3-pointer and a bounce, I guess. Ouch. Oh, oh, goodness gracious. Oh, easy on the brakes. And let's see if we can't get off the runway here. Ah. Goodness gracious. Alrighty then. Boop. Oh, heavens. I meant to put on the parking brake and turned off the avionics master instead. Well, we don't really need our avionics master, do we? Welcome to San Fernando. Am I saying the right place? I don't even know now. What was it was in the plan, wasn't it? I think no. To click over there before it lets you type, and then we got a plan. And Fernando, yeah. So welcome to lovely San Fernando in the Pangasinan province in the Philippines. It's part of Luzon. All right, replay. Oh, Dragon's landing, and we're missing it. Which way you coming in, Dragon? Oh, I turned off nameplates. I gotta go here. Nameplates back on. Oh, there we go. Maybe not as much of a bounce as me. Little bounce. And then down. Lovely. Very nice. Um, and are you in the Mooney? Or is it just my metal matching? Is it my metal matching? Or are you in the Minu? I don't know what on earth. Uh, oh, Melvin Leroy is here. So this is just like totally bumming me out that the bot has the maybe the bot has joined the writers' strike. I mean, the Screen Actors Guild is talking about joining in, so maybe the Twitch bot maybe the Twitch bot guild is joining the Screen Actors and writers to in the strike. I don't know, but no, no, no bots, no bot. So Melvin Leroy, happy to see you as always. Welcome on in, um, and don't we? Yeah, there we go. I like that one. I hope you do. I think that's new. I don't think you've been here since we added that one. But yeah, you. I hope that's indeed you like it, not just indeed that it's new. But at any rate, um, replay Jeffrey. Sorry. um, let me see if I can't get that. If I can't make that happen. You love it. Well, in that case, let's hear it again. Because I think when you don't know what's coming, I mean, it's. I didn't catch the first words of it because I had forgotten what was coming, even. But oh, you know what? Uh, is there an easy way to? Oh, yeah. So I mean, I think if I just pause the. There we go. Let's see. I couldn't. I couldn't really. Melvin Leroy Brandt. I guess that's what seemed to fit with the rhythm there. Anyway, so let's see. Then we can unpause the sim and go to the flight recorder, and it's on pause. So then I think if I go to think if I just back the no, it won't let me do that. So if I do this, do I have to stop? Oh, I think okay. They stop first, then play and pause. Okay. We don't need to go all the way back there, do we? Let's is there an initial touchdown point? Let's see. We go out here. That must be our first like touchdown point. So then we'll go to the drone camera and there and then over here like that. Sort of that way, maybe ish. Okay, let's see what happens if we do this, and this, and this, and then come back over here and do this. I think that maybe is going to work. We'll see. Okay. That ought to be good enough. Well, it's not quite centered up, but too bad. Here, and then like that. And yeah, okay. That looks really, really fast. So, yep, kind of like, oops. Now that's, huh, I wonder why it did that. Okay, let's try this again. Let's pause. Maybe if we actually just go, let's go here, and we'll try just taking us like a regular side view. How does that sound? Or maybe from around here-ish. Oh, come on. Microsoft camera controls just give me the... Maybe around there. See what we got. Hey. I like all the little default buildings that they put around this little spot. So, tail wheel did not actually impact. So it was a bounce on the mains and then not too hard down on the mains the second time. So it slammed on the mains and then a bounce onto the mains and then I thought one of those at least felt like a 2-pointer, but I guess not. What do we get if we go? Let's see. Oh, soundtrack. Yeah, well. I wonder what that looks like from here. Oh, no, that's right. I forgot. I had already turned. So that won't do. I won't take a lot more time with this, but I just thought it might be interesting to see from an angle like this. It's a weird looking little airplane. Well, except now we can't really see anything, can we? Ouch. From dragonfly to porpoise in one easy slam. Alrighty. Well, I think that's about enough time in the quickie. It seems to me to have been more than a quickie, but okay. So next, and again, everybody's invited to fly along who's interested. Next, we are heading over to Ireland, and we're going to get into the my other birthday gift airplane, the Velocity, and I think exclamation point route in the chat will get that route for you. And like I said, everybody welcome to fly along if you have any interest. We're going to go about 70 miles or so along the south coast of Ireland, and giveaway. I knew I was about to say something, and that's what it was. Oh, and then the other thing I was going to do. Let me go in here. I think I'm not going to bother restarting the sim, but if we but I'm tired of this engine noise, so I'll get this going because that'll take a minute. And then I did want to uh, bear with me. The words will come if I'm patient. M. Glickman, hi, welcome on in. Good to see you. I wanted to scroll back up and catch up on chat because um, uh, in particular, Cold Nebo said something that looked like I was interested in reading it. But then, okay, Bear 1, this AOA is too little. Bear 2, this AOA is too much. This AOA is just right. Cold Nebo, that's hilarious. Thank you so much. Alrighty then. And let me I'll just kind of quickly scroll down here. Oh, so Mariner Hallie. Oh my gosh. Hi. Sorry the greeter bot didn't greet you, and that I was too distracted at the time apparently. But hi, welcome on in. Good to see you. And Jeffrey, I completely forgot that without the bot, I'm lost. I don't know how we've made it this far without it. So I think that's the greeter bot caught up on its duties. So let me get into let me slip into something more comfortable, like the velocity. There's another fine quality product from Black Square, and it's already in the livery that I like. Is this Dragon still on the map here, or is that us? I don't know. It's not. Oh, okay, that's Dragon. So let me. I think somebody just put in the route. Thank you, because I don't know it. EIWF. This is Waterford. Sorry, Ireland. There we go. And where are we going to start up? I don't know that it really matters. Maybe a little light on the subject. There we go. I'd just as soon not start at the fuel pumps because I don't like what it does there. So I forget which way I think we're going to take off. Oh, we're going to take off to the north, so probably just whatever. Something's happening. It's someone's following, has followed. Oh my gosh. What's oh my uh thing didn't isn't scroll. Jay Gibbs, hey, welcome to the Peter Mooney channel and thank you for the follow. Yeah, I think this yes, that was I I don't know that I knew that. I don't guess I had read it, but just looking at the velocity, I assumed that it was probably had its roots in the long easy. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and load in there. Oh yeah, no, let's see. Am I gonna yes. So one thing that I had forgotten about this airplane. So of late, since I'm taking a break from IFR training or simulated, since for a couple months now, I've been on break from simulating training for simulated IFR flight. And during that time, I have kind of been not bothering with the TDS because the TDS GTN 750 and just kind of using the default 435/30 that is in most planes because I'm lazy and the flight plan from the world map automatically loads into the default 435/30. So I've just been taking the path of least resistance. And so I had forgotten until climbing into this plane yesterday evening to see if I could remember what was going on. Um, and I had completely forgotten that. What am I trying to say? That this plane has the GTN XI 750 in it. So why is my my Mattery Baster is that's not a verbal thing that I normally do, swapping syllables like that, but that's twice already today. So I'm discombobulated is what I am. Discombobulated. So I have also never done a cold and dark start on this aircraft and don't have a checklist for it. And we're already approaching the 2 hour mark, so I think those of you who are purists, please look away so that you won't see. anything like what's about to happen. Um, oh, and you're not even gonna actually notice it happening, I don't think, because we're gonna push her, and whatever just happened, uh, it. Oh, come on. Whatever just happened back here. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Whoa, whoa! Hang on. What's okay? There we go. Why would that not have been okay? I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, really should have had our beacon on, shouldn't we? Um, in fact, let's just go ahead and get all of those on. Yeah. So this is our Velocity XL here from Black Square. Okay, I was beginning to worry she was just going to walk right into the airplane, but it looks like she's going to chill and probably turn around and go elsewhere. Um, so, uh, Pusher, we just met her. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry. Let's see. Did I set up a view for? Yes, I did. Whoa! What the heck was that? What? It's. Oh, is there somebody? No, she walked away. Am I the only one who just heard like another plane starting up? Maybe I am. I don't know. Maybe it was just something weird with the sounds. No, oh, there's somebody moving, but maybe it's just an AI aircraft. Oh no, it's a red and silver Mooney. I'm guessing maybe is it Dragon? No, it's my model matching. Wait, are my name tags? No, I turned my name tag. Oh, there's the name tags. That's what's going on. Okay, that's okay. Alrighty. Okay, I think I can cope now. Oh, I think what I was about to say. Oh, hey, Jay Gibbs, thank you so much for following. Um, yeah, it's so as a couple people were suggesting, it's very similar in appearance to the Burt Rutan experimental plane called the Long EZ. Um, because the Long EZ is also a canard design, meaning the elevator is in front. Yes, hi, Dragon. I spotted you. Um, so it's a pusher and canard, and the with the twin rudders, if you will. I mean, essentially the winglets also function as rudders. If we go around here to where we can see what they're doing. Um, have I told a lie? I thought that. Wait a minute. I thought my rudder did the winglets, but it doesn't. What does the rudder do? Uh, the rudder has to do something, doesn't it? Have I completely forgotten whatever I learned about this plane a year ago? I don't know. That's just exhaust under there. Well, it looks like I don't see the rudder doing anything. Flaps? Huh. No. Okay, well, interesting. I'm gonna need to RTFM, huh? Um, how embarrassing. Not only for me, but for you. Uh, well, it is a pusher, and it is a canard wing design, which, as Cold noted before, with the elevator, the idea of the elevator being in the front here is that if you are like particularly for power off stalls, well, I mean power on as well, but I guess it seems to me like it would make more of a difference in a power off stall situation, like on short final. Uh, if you get the nose high enough to stall the wing, it doesn't necessarily need elevators because as a guard forward of the main. Yeah, okay, alrighty. But if the canard the idea is that the canard wing will stall first, which will then drop the nose, which will then it's the idea is that it therefore prevents the main wing from stalling. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, we won't have a chance to see, but we may have a chance to see. Okay, she's walking away again. Good, that's good. But Jeffrey, what about a rudder? I guess is there no need if just is it because the let's see if I because the force of the ailerons is being now wait a minute here. Uh, those ailerons don't move much. And they're like, as with the Quickie, they're flapperons. Oh, so it's, okay, that's the, nope, gotta turn the control on, so and then with the back, I got it. So the ailerons are on the main wing in the back, and then oh, elevator in the front. Okay. Got it. Alrighty. This, and then this, and then this. That should put us back inside. Okay. But enough about the outside of this plane. Hey, Steve 099er, welcome on in. And hi, Doc Joe. Happy to see you. Welcome in. So let's get going here. So again, we're in the Velocity XL, home built, experimental. What am I trying to type over here? Right. I was just going to put plan in the chat. So this is our flight number 2. So it's we're going down the south coast of Ireland for a bit, out of Weatherford, and then we got a bridge to check out, and then we'll go to Blarney Castle, and then end up in Cork, Ireland. Well, I don't know really anything about Bert Rutan's personal life and whether he's a drinker or not. He may be. I don't know. Let's. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get this going here. So I was explaining before. It's been a while since I've used the TDS GTN XI 750 here, and I've gotten spoiled with, let's see, here. And where's my TAWS test? Hello? That's weird. Oh, it must have done it did the TAWS test while we were outside. Oh well, we missed hearing it. So at any rate, Oshkosh. Oh, okay, right. Oshkosh. So I've gotten spoiled, having, what am I trying to say? Using the default 43530 and it downloading the flight plan from the world map. So it's going to be the first time in a couple months that I've had to actually do this. Oh, and then let's see. I thought there was a button on this screen for putting in custom ones, but there's not. So that means I got to add them first. Wait, was that what was on that? Oh yeah, no, add waypoints. Oh, can I do it from here on the menu? Store, delete, catalog, preview. No. So we gotta go back out here, and there's I used to do this all the time, and now I don't remember how. There's a Oh, where is that? There's not a menu button on here. Oh, you know, fine's not going to help. No, no. Wait, do we have... Yep. No. Oh, wait, user. No. Yeah, because it's a new one. Yeah, yeah. And nothing for customs on this one. Catalog, edit data fields. No. Okay. It's not flight plan. I know there's graphically edit flight plan, but that's not what I want. Oh, wait, there we go. It's waypoints. You create waypoint. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna call this, oh, why am I reaching for my keyboard? We'll call it hello? Oh, we'll call oh, what did that just do? I don't know what that was. Okay. I didn't think that I did anything, over there, but okay. And what is it? It's not an airport, and I don't care about the comment. And radial and distance, no. Oh, wait, oh, yeah, that's it. The type is going to be lat long, and that lat long is going to be north. I made a note. Ha ha. Where's my note? There's my note. I'll go ahead and pull my note over here so you can help me. Let me make sure I don't do any. Oh, and of course I did these in decimal, and that's not going to help me. Oh dear Lord, off, forgot. Oh wait, there's our format, right? So format is this one's decimal, right? Yay. Okay. So then, uh, and actually, it's going to keep disappearing each time if I put it over there. So I'm not going to have you help me. Okay. So let's go in. How do we do? Okay. So here, there we go. All right. So it's 52, 3, 5, 6, 7. And I don't care about the that extra 3 on there. West is going to be 6, 9, 9, 2, 3. I don't care about that 3. Is there a backspace or whatever? No, I just don't care. Okay, so then we can enter that. And then create. Okay, that looks like it's where it ought to be. Um, create waypoint. We'll call this one. I on the world map, I've just kind of like picked a random point along the shore to kind of get us going where we wanted to go. Uh, so I'm just going to call it shore, and it's a lat long, and like this, and then again here to the there, and this one is 519609. 9609. Oh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Where's the... Oh, backspace is it's just these. 9609. And this one even does that has a 6. So we'll fill that one in this time. And this time our west is 7, 7710. So 7710 4. Alrighty. Um, that also looks relatively near where it ought to be. Excellent. So one more and we're done. We're going to call this one Castle. Or Cattle. Oh, this screen does have a backspace. It's the other one that doesn't. Castle. La da da dum boom. That's fine. Lat long. Oh, lat long format. Wait. What am I doing here? Lat long. Uh, there's the format button. I couldn't remember where it was. Alrighty. 51, 92.89. And west, 85708. Alrighty, that ought to do. Yes, that one also looks like it's where we want it to be. Excellent. So now we can go to flight plan. Add waypoint. I'm reaching for the keyboard again. Heaven help me. Bridge. BR. There we go. Bridge. Add waypoint. Door. Yes. Add waypoint. Castle. CSS. There we go. And then we're landing where EICK? Is that Cork? There it is right there. Lovely. So that ought to be our flight plan. Let's take a look at the map. That looks like what I planned. Yay. Okay. Um Alrighty. Zoom in here a little more. Hello. Yeah, so we're gonna whip around over to the runway and then hang a left back taxi to the left, it looks like. Okay. Um yeah, and that means I can get rid of my notes. I'll actually delete it for now. I'll just minimize it. Uh Kark. That rings a bell, Kark. 4.5 hours from you. Wait, what's 4.5? Oh, Oshkosh. Oh, soundtrack. Yeah, you really do. It's an amazing. There are rudders on the vertical stabs of the real Velocity. Yeah, well, I thought I remembered seeing them on this one before as well. I mean, you gotta have rudders. Oh, in fact, now that I think about it, I remember setting up my pedestal view when I was setting up views a little earlier. We got rudder trim. So you certainly don't get rudder trim if you don't have rudders. Am I right? So, uh, all right. We're let's buck tradition and actually look at our weight and balance before flying. Like, what's this? I mean, and why is our wait the four but it can't, but the center can't be this. No, I don't buy it. What happens if we move stuff around a little? What happens if we take out the co-pilot? So that moved it left, but not forward or aft. So if we put the co-pilot back in, recenters it. Why is it so far forward? Uh, Weird. Um, well, I mean, this says it's between the forward and aft limits. I don't get it. Oh, oh, so what the hell is it? Empty center of gravity position. Oh, so Cold Nebo, this is the thing you were saying you have never looked at before. Uh, I've the response I made was in regard to this. I've never looked at this either. What on earth is this? Hey Jay Gibbs, I don't. I got my license about 20 years ago and flew for about 5 years, and then like my employment situation changed after a number of years of being a relatively high dollar consultant. I stopped doing that, and with that along came an end to disposable income, if you will, and so I really just couldn't afford to fly anymore at that point. And then in the over the last 5 years or so, I've had some kind of health things come along that would probably preclude, even if I were to win the lottery tomorrow, I would probably have a lot of stuff to work on health wise before I could ever get. Could probably you can get like I guess sport pilot. You don't have to have a medical, but to get a third class medical, um, yeah, and yeah. So expenses and health. Um, so, and anybody in the chat who knows what on earth this is, so it's center of gravity 45%. Uh, I I forget what MAC stands for. It's got something to do with. I think the A is for arm. Am I right? And it's got. I know it's got to do with where that kind of point is. Aft limit, forward limit is 41 to 50, and it's at that. So it's 5. So if we. Oh, I see. Huh. So that's just moving it. I don't. Oh, wait. Is this back? Oh, I bet it's because this is a pusher. And so I think it's just the way Microsoft Flight Simulator is depicting it. It doesn't know what to do about the engine being in the back. Cord. Oh. Um. Oh. Just passed your medical after some concerns about. Cool. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. So now, are you uh, a new pilot in training, and this is like your first time getting your medical, or did you fly in the past and then stop flying, and now you're getting your medical to get back in the air? Um, so yeah, I don't know about the cord thing, but that's got to be what this is. Because look, there's a little depiction of a propeller here, and that's clearly a wing trailing edge. So I mean, it's confused about where stuff is. It's just not. It's the drawing is just bad. So I'm sure as long as we uh, are in compliance here, we'll be fine. Okay, so that ought to be good. Um, First time. Plan to start training soon. Uh, right. Yeah. No need to start paying the rental on the plane and the instructor's fee if you're going to prove to be unable to get the medical. So yeah, that makes perfect sense to do it in that order. And congrats on getting your medical. And so training starts soon. Wow. I whew, that was a long time ago. But good memories. Let's. Am I in the? Okay, yeah. So there's. I wanted to take a little. So what did I do that brought all this stuff up? I don't know. I was doing something on the TDS over here when I like right clicked something, and this screen split, and so now I have no idea. Oh, look, it's the white outline. I have not seen the white dot today, but that is definitely the white outline. Oh, there, it's a split button that does nothing. Zoom map select page. poor sparrow. Um, really? Um, okay, that's good. Bearing points. Hmm, interesting. Um, oh yeah, synthetic vision's on. Oh, let's have our wind vector. Speed and direction. Lovely. Um, now, how do I make you go away? Oh, back? Back! Lovely. So I don't know what I clicked over here on the TDS. I inadvertently right-clicked somewhere and that got... Okay. Alrighty. So that's better, I guess. Um, let's... Drygon, did I keep you waiting too long? Oh, engine stopped running. Lovely. I think Dragon may have already taken off. I can't say that I blame him. Let's hey, there we go. Alrighty. Back inside here, let's I think this window glass is tinted and I'm not happy about it. I wonder if that yeah, doesn't it? Yeah, I love the look of this thing. It's so weird. It's fabulous. Let's oh, come on. What am I doing down here? No. Okay. Let's get the parking brake off and see if it'll roll around this way. Oh, it rolls right away. Barely any power at all. This looks like a taxiway. And we got nothing but there's no taxiway parallel to the runway, so we are just going to be uh, back taxiing. Oh, is this Dragon over here waiting on us? Oh, I think it is. Hi, Dragon. Thanks for waiting. Sorry I took so long. You know how I am. Oh, and then wait, am I disoriented as to where I am? Oh, it looks like I am disoriented as to where I am. Where am I? I'll zoom in on the screen over there in a sec. Oh, is this the I see? What's going on? Are we, while Dragon's taking off there, let's, uh, yeah, we could probably do it in that, but given that it's my first time in this plane, I'm going to back taxi and take the full length. Um, yeah, Scotty, no kidding. And yeah, I think I started to say I wonder if that get rid of the window tint mod on the TO. I wonder if it uh, is like universal and would do this plane as well, or if it's only for specific. If they only made it for specific aircraft, it'll be worth checking out. So let's see. Ah, um, flaps. Do I have a flap indicator? I must, right? Well, maybe not must, but hey, that synthetic vision's kind of cool. Inflate and deflate panel lights, clear shield. Is that some kind of marking coming up like the end of the runway here? We'll. Hey, there goes Dragon. And good, my name plates are on. That's good to know. Um. Okay. That's a nice long runway. Well, I gotta give it that. I'll either find a flap indicator or just go outside and look. Because I don't know. Yeah, I got so those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, this aircraft, along with the Quickie that we flew on the first flight, were both birthday gifts from my darling brother Michael for my birthday a year ago, and I flew both of them a few times and then didn't anymore. So okay, let's put the park and brake on here and get back in here and see if we can't. That's fuel cut off. Really think there was nothing else interesting on the. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait, no, this is emergency gear extension. Yeah. And is that the parking brake there? Yep, that's the parking brake. And there's nothing else on this side of the pedestal, I don't think. I wonder if it wouldn't be on the MFD. Would it? There's engine instruments. Yeah, we got, okay, well, temps and pressures are looking good. That's nice, but, got RPMs there. That's nice. But yeah, I sure don't see anything else. Like, in particular, I don't see anything like, hello? Hello, simulator? Let's try going back to over here. Oh, what's going on down here? No, no. Gear. Okay. Well, we'll go, hello? There we go. Going on with my views here. Oh, that's interesting. So, oh, did we decide that there aren't flaps? What did we decide about that? Ailerons are back here. Elevators up there. Rudders just seem to be. Oh, why would those not work? Why were those not working before? Now that's pretty interesting. So left rudder. So the little flaps on the rudder there um, don't move inboard of single. Oh, sure, because now that I'm looking at it here, there's no place for it to move inboard. But so left rudder is this one only, nothing happening over here. And right rudder is this one only. Fascinating. That's okay. So I'm glad to know how those work. And I'm guessing is so on the Quickie where we were a short time ago. Let's see. Is there a maybe this view will get me there a little quicker. On the Quickie, a mini Avanti. I'm not. Tell me more about Avanti. On the so what I was starting to say was that on the Quickie, it had flaperons, so the aileron was also the ailerons taken together were also the flaps. They perform both functions. Yeah, I see nothing moving on there, and oh, but that kind of looks like oh no. So those are the X-rays. So yeah, I think we must just be flapless, and I'm fine with that. Uh, oh, did I not? Ooh, I didn't make a view for the lights. Let's see. We're on the runway. Our strobes should be on. And there's nothing else up there that I... Is there? No, that's engine start, battery mister, radio mister. We don't need pitot heat. We should probably put our fuel pump on for takeoff. Means I'm going to forget and leave it on for the whole flight, but hey, there you go. Okay. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? If I've missed saying hi to anybody who has come in, my sincere apologies. If you have not already gotten yourself a ticket for the giveaway at the end of the stream, we're going to give away a free subscription to the Peter Mooney channel, or if you win the giveaway and you're already subscribed, I will happily give you a subscription to any channel on Twitch, provided that you pick one that offers subscriptions. Hey, Brown, L Brown, I Brown, 1989. Welcome on in. Thank you for following. That's super. I appreciate that a great deal. Is it L or I? I Brown or L Brown? It's one of the. It could be one Brown. I don't know. Hi. Sorry. I'm. Oh, is that Spundot? Wait, there's something starting with an LE over there. Is it? Oh, but no, it's not Lemon Dog. That's a pity. Lemon Dog often flies along with us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But no, it looks like it's Dragon and me. And it's just going to be Dragon if I don't get myself in the air. Again, Dragon, thanks for your patience. I'll quit mucking around and see if I know anything. L Brown with an L. Alert, the alert show. Oh, the alert show to capital L. Thank you, thank you, Soundtrack, for paying attention. Not my strong suit today. Alrighty, let's have parking brake off, and let's. Oh, that's what is going on. Why is the airplane a rocking? I don't know. Is there something weird going on with the winds? I didn't even look. But just because I don't know how to fly this plane, I'm going to remove any challenges. Oh, while we're there, the sky's a lot prettier with a few clouds, isn't it? Let's pretty it up a little. Maybe not that much. Back to noon. Let's get these. Now, there we go. Just a few little friendly ones here and there. And not enough to block the sun. Lovely. Alrighty then. Being unable to think of any further ado to put this off, let's give it a try. We'll see what happens. Okie dokie. All right, we're rolling. That engine in the back's nice and quiet. Airspeed's alive. 60 knots. 80. 90. I bet we could rotate at this point. Oh, yes, indeed. It's right on up off, doesn't it? Lovely. Gear up. Maybe we should climb a little more. What do you think? It's a little hard to get used to flying backwards. Kind of counterintuitive. But I think we're supposed to be going leftish here. Oh, and we don't actually want to get all that high. Oh, this is hard to read. Yeah, in fact, we are plenty high already. Let's, oh man, okay. If we put this on, and, yeah, I might, maybe should have looked at this ahead of time. Nav mode. Okay. That's going to turn us over there toward the bridge. And what on earth are we doing at 2,000 feet? Well, let's take a look at Ireland here while it. Boy, these greens are nice and bright, pretty green, huh? Golf course. Hey, I see Dragon. Hi, Dragon. Is the bridge over there? Oh. The bridge is on this river. It must be right around here. So I guess we're going to kill the autopilot and take a look. Let's see. There's the white outline. Oh, my gosh. Okay. There's autopilot away. Thank you for the 3 beeps. Did I miss the bridge? Ooh, is that the bridge? No. But that's the river, I bet. So the bridge we're looking for, and it's got to be right along this stretch of river somewhere. Oh my gosh, is that it? Oh, I think that is it. This bridge was only built. They finished it started in 2016. Oh, am I overspeeding? I'm sure I am. Yeah, we're over. Oh, sink rate. All right, fine. We'll just we'll work off some altitude here. Oh, turn the fuel pump off. Ha ha. Is this our bridge? I thought they had done a better job modeling it in the sim than that. What was I trying to say? Yes, so this bridge is the longest in Ireland. It's about 3,000 feet long from one end to the other. And it's only about 3 years old. Yeah, I was just coming out this way to give myself lose a little altitude and spin around to get a closer look. Hey, oh my gosh, another new follower. Oh, China Balloon, hi. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for following. We are in Ireland where we are about to check out a bridge that I have kind of been trying to describe for a while here. We are still a lot higher than I had any idea, because it does not like this sink rate of mine. It's so 3,000 feet long, 3 years old, longest bridge in Ireland, and they started it in 2016, and pretty much from what I've read, that it's supposed to be a point of interest. I think there's got to be another bridge along here, because oh my goodness, Scotty to Hottie to Stream Elements. Is that because the thing's not okay? So, oh, here's some power lines. Yikes! Good thing they put balls on those. Let's just follow the river a ways here, because that was a very default kind of auto-gen bridge, and the bridge we're looking for is well modeled. And that wasn't it. In other words, it's got like towers and suspensions. So seriously, the emotes weren't showing up. Okay, I gotta... Soundtrack, could you make a note? I mean, I know there's already a note in there about it, but for some reason I thought that that was corrected. But I wasn't sure if it was corrected, is why I didn't take the note out. But could you maybe add a note to the note? I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, if you'll add a note to the note, that would be great. And thank you, Scotty, for taking care of that. I appreciate it. And by golly, that's just not right. Um, um, oh my goodness, Moto Sua. Hi. It's so good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. I can't remember now. Have you been, or is this your first time? I think that I may not have. So you didn't, right? Yeah, no, yeah. I only started streaming um last November. Um so yeah, well, welcome on in. Okay, well, this is looking like the sea. So that means the bridge is the other way. So we're going to turn around and fly back upriver. Um, Gosh, Motosua, it's so good to see you. And yeah, I started streaming back in. So Dragon. It's got like 3 towers and um, cables. Like it's a cable suspension. It's actually like a hybrid kind of thing, but it's a why am I soundtrack? Why are we climbing? Um, it's a cable suspension type bridge with 3 towers. It's not that little one that I flew over earlier. So yeah, I'm gonna head back up. Let's see. Does this thing? Ooh, that thing does. So you're up there. So I need to go that way. Um, so Moto, yeah, I think so. I started streaming in November, kind of end of November even. So it's been 7 months, just going into an eighth month. Okay, I'm on my way, Dragon. Oh, yep, I can see the towers from here. I don't know how I missed that on my first time by. So it's going to warn me about a sink right here. I don't care because I'm going to get down there and fly under this thing. But so Moto, yeah, no. That's a you. I mean, you had no idea. How would you have known? But it's good to have you here. Oh, and Iowa Scotsman, welcome on in. Our my greeter bot has decided to join the in solidarity with the writers and is on strike. But I think I can manually say hi. Alrighty, let's see. Here we go. Oh, so I never actually got to the point of explaining that I mentioned all the relevant details about this bridge, built between 2000. They started in 2016 and finished it in 2020, so it's only about 3 years old. Longest bridge in Ireland, at a little over 3,000 feet, and from what I read, pretty much on and off, but pretty much throughout the entire 4 years that they were building it, they were also, from one side of the river to the other, fighting about what to call it. So the people on the west side of the river, they wanted to call it the Pink Rock Bridge, because Pink Rock or Pink Point is on their side of the river. But the folks on the other side, on the east side, here to our left, wanted to name it after a person whose parents were from here, or she herself may have been here, and they ended up winning. And so the bridge is, in fact, named the Rose Fitzgerald Kennedy Bridge, named after the mother of the U.S. 35th President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, JFK. So this bridge has his mom's name. And that's the whole story about the bridge. And so I think then, now, how come this was letting, oh, I see, it wasn't letting me scroll, but it was letting me, I wonder where my, oh, that's right, I see. I need to be looking at this one. Let's bear with me just a moment here while I Okay, it's over there to our right. Whoa! Soundtrack, why are we climbing? And why are we climbing like a mofo? Okay, wow. That was exciting. Let's what are we doing? Let's get ourselves down to a little more of a sightseeing altitude, and then put this thing on autopilot so I can actually look at the chat because I have fallen behind, and that's not good. Is that? Yeah, that's probably. Oh, every time I look down, it never fails. Okay, let's get this trimmed out for something at least approaching level flight ish, maybe. Please. What do you think? Have you got trim? I think you should. There, that's looking a little more reasonable. Maybe that will stay there long enough for me to get back down here too. Let's see. There should be an autopilot. There we go. Okay. Autopilot and nav mode. Yes, nav mode. And it is turning us left. That's good. And did we... Oh, we pre-selected 2000. Why did we select 2000? I don't know. And I can't tell if there's a wheel on this thing over here. Oh, there is a wheel. Is there a wheel? There's a wheel. Okay. Well, you know what they say. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. I think I actually said that. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, Moto, sorry about that. Do I have to push this before I can... Okay, well that looks like it's... You go down to 1,000? No. Okay, let's see. There's 1,000. Then I'm assuming I gotta hit vertical speed. And... that looks nice. Is that nice? 450? That looks good. I'm happy. Ah, okay. What has happened to my map? I don't know, and I think maybe I don't care. Oh, there's Dragon. So that must be us. Fine. What have you. Do I really want to know about... Where is this? Oh, there's the MFD. Is it... Oh! Scotty the Hottie! Scotty to Hottie, how sweet you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for the gift sub to Moto. Appreciate it a great deal. And Moto, it's so good to see you. I'm gonna not worry about that MFD anymore. Let's, you know what, for that matter, let's come out here and just get the drone camera far enough away from the plane to have a nice, kind of distant drone in the background, and then just enjoy the countryside, shall we? Oh, lovely. Actually, let's, as long as we're here, before we do that for too long, let's make sure. Oh, we only got 25 miles to go to Blarney, but that's long enough to say hi. So, China Balloon. Good question. Recently, China Balloon, I have been doing VFR. One of the reasons that I started the channel was to box myself in on doing IFR training, and I was doing the Boston VATSIM Group's Wings program, which is a series of challenge flights, like 6 of them VFR and then 24 IFR flights. The idea being that by the end of the 30 flights, you should know how to do everything that you would ever need to do when an air traffic controller tells you to do it. So I got a little further than halfway through the program when the controller that we had been working with every Tuesday had a change in schedule, and so Tuesdays weren't going to work for them anymore. And so I kind of was just, so for a few months, gosh, probably more like 3 months now, we've been doing VFR flights. Although once in a while, I don't guess I've streamed on VatSim since we stopped doing that. I've done a couple of flights off stream on VatSim just to not get too uh, out of practice. But my goal is to get back into it. Yeah, thank you, Jeffrey. Great info about that. And Jeffrey, are you doing the wings flights? I know I lurked for part of one of your streams not too long ago, and I think you were doing a wings flight. Yeah. How's that going? So Peter, short hello on your end. Okay. Med's kicking in. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Well, Motosua, enjoy your movie. I can't. I don't know where to begin to say how thrilled I was to see you streaming again, and I will make every effort to make it by the next time that I see you online. So thanks for coming by, and yeah. Hope to see you again soon, and hope you feel better. Hope you have a good evening. Iowa Scotsman VFR 1 last night, and Jeffrey 6 VFR 6 last night. Wow, that's great. It's I loved the first half, and where the schedule changed just seems to have happened to have been at the point where it got really hard. The one I was on, I don't remember if it was IFR 11 or 14, somewhere around in there. The one that I was on, that I did not pass on my first attempt, it was the first time that I was going to have to do an ILS approach, go missed, enter the hold, and then divert to another airport. And I could not get entering that hold down to save my life. I'm going to pop back in the cockpit here just because I think oh, okay. I didn't realize we had this much along the shore to go here before we turn toward Blarney, but, well, great. So we get to see some pretty shorage here. Dragon, are you nearby? Should we, let me know if you want to do any more formation flybys. Those are fun. Do just a regular flyby here, I guess. Fascinating looking airplane. Oh, there I spy Dragon now. Here he goes. Alrighty. Gosh. Does the landmass over here look a little bit higher than it does where we just came from? I got the GPS coordinates for this castle we're going to. Maybe I should have checked the elevation as well. Bear with me, Dragon, while I get to... yeah, come on. That ought to be fine, I think. What's going on here? There's 11. We're coming right up on 13. Is 13 going to do it for us? Well, yeah, it's not far to the castle, and I don't want to have to descend too far once we get there. So this looks like we'll be reasonably safe. There's Dragon. 13 is the first hold entry. Thanks, Jeffrey. Then I'm surprised I didn't remember that my where I suspended my participation in the program was lucky number 13. Let's see. So, oh gosh, did Motosua get a ticket for the giveaway? I think I forgot to mention it while they were in here. I did forget to mention it while they were in here. So if you have not already gotten yourself a ticket for the giveaway, we're giving away 2 free subscriptions. No, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. We are giving away 1 free subscription. Who's in my head today? I don't know. We are giving away a free subscription to the Peter Mooney channel. Or if you're already subscribed to the Peter Mooney channel and you win the giveaway, then I will give you a free sub to any channel on Twitch that offers subscriptions. And I think we're getting pretty close to this castle here, are we not? Let's see. Oh yeah, like 2 miles. So let's pop out here and see if we can spot it, shall we? Let's see. Actually, let's pop back in there and get autopilot off. It's based on that look. I'm going to reduce power a little bit here. See if we can slow down. Uh-oh. It's not a big castle. I had a little trouble spotting it first time overhead. And it's mainly the ruin of a castle. So this is Blarney Castle. Built around, let's see, originally built around 1200 out of timber, which burned down at some point. And then around 1400, it was rebuilt out of stone. And so it's a partial ruin. Around 1875, the family that had owned it for many generations built built Blarney House nearby. Well, that's interesting. I'm not seeing it. I don't think it's on the other side of the river there. So how'd I miss it? Look at what a beautiful green the grass is here, right? While the Philippines, where we were for the first flight, is on my bucket list, Ireland is much, much higher up because, you know, being a Mooney, it's where my ancestors are from. And I would like to check it out. Oh, course. Thank you for bringing a little hint of sophistication into my chat. The greeter bot is on strike, but we'll see if I can. Oh, soundtracks! Thank you so much. Happy to see you. We are on the South Cast. We're on the South Cast. That's the 3rd time today that I have transposed vowel sounds in a phrase, which is mighty weird. Yeah, soundtrack, that might be a good argument for adding commands for all of those, which I stopped doing because I found a quicker way and got lazy. But Quas, yeah, this is the south coast of Ireland here, and we're looking for Blarney Castle, which I thought was right around here, but I seem to have lost track of. It seems like it's on a river, and I don't remember seeing a river. So maybe we will go back to the GPS. Of course, I could have put the GPS coordinate in wrong as well. That would kind of stink. It's too bad POIs don't display. Yes, the South Cast of Ireland. So now I'm a little concerned. So let's get some power back in here and a little nose up trim and see if we can't get ourselves trimmed for something approaching straight and level flight. At least long enough to go over here and do, yeah, that's taking us to, okay, so direct to castle, activate. Oh, then I guess we have to turn the autopilot on, don't we? It's here somewhere. AP, there it is. Huh. Oh, I doubled all the way back to there. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not sure how I did that, but we'll just have to keep a closer lookout this time. So, speaking of looking out, okay, it's going to make our turn here. Alrighty, well, that gives me another minute or two, doesn't it? Sorry, let's see. Trigon. Castle is more. It's. I guess I. Yeah, I guess I just didn't go quite far enough because it looked like. Yeah, Dragon. I got it. It's closer to the destination airport. Except I just, I mean, I was approaching that big, like, either inlet or river, whichever it was, and it looked like what was on the other side of that inlet or river or whatever it was city, and the castle I thought was in the countryside. So that was when I decided I had gone too far without actually looking at the map to see. So we'll just keep a closer watch on this then for the so okay, that's really, maybe I was confused, maybe I was actually maybe it was actually just this arbitrary waypoint that I picked that we were at airspace, right? You know, Dragon, I think that's what happened. Is I think we were approaching this waypoint, and I thought we were approaching the castle. Wait, make sure it doesn't miss your. Oh, we have a sound points redemption. Thank you, Jeffrey. uh, um, let me make sure while I have you here, let me make sure I understand what you're looking for. Is it you want something that conveys I don't know what happened, or because I used to have let's see, I think if I go here, is there not a way for me to, okay, let's see, if I do, no, that's a docks, no, huh, that's weird, hang on, oh, is it under tools? No. I set up the Stream Elements soundboard, and then when I realized I could just do it all on the, okay, here we go, so soundboard, I abandoned it when I realized that I could, that everything that Stream Elements soundboard would do for me. I could also do just right on my Stream Deck without it having to mess around.
Hey, what happened?
Wait, did that? So I don't know if that did. Was that a? Where would I have to look for? Not there, not there. That would be. Oh, it would be a command. Would it? Would it?
Hey, what happened?
I don't know if that's audible on the. Yeah, Drygon. Yeah, no, it's it's. I got confused when we were approaching my shore waypoint. For some reason, I thought we were approaching the castle waypoint. So that's why I was like, oh, where is it? Barely heard it, but heard it. Okay, so like if I undo that and
Hey, what happened?
so like is that kind of what you had in mind? Because I have that on my broken unusable soundboard, but I could quite easily just flip that over to be a sound command. Or if that's not at all what you had in mind, just tell me more about what it was that you had in mind, and we'll do whatever that might be. Right. So soundtrack. You mean the sound clip, or is there another bit that I'm missing on, or missing out on, or missing? I don't know. I think I need to eat. I didn't get. I don't usually eat until before the stream, but I do usually. I kind of been doing one meal a day for quite the. Hey, what happened? Yeah. Is that? It's from a mighty wind. Is that one of those? Is that um I can almost name them. Um, she's in Levi or is that Eugene Levy? Oh wait, Christopher Guest. A Mighty Wind is it, it's that folkumentary or the folk mockumentary? Is that the Eugene Levy? Right. It's a mockumentary about folk musicians, right? And it's got the woman who's on the woman who's on that show that was really popular and may still be on with Levy's son, or is it Levy father and son that are in that popular sitcom? The it's got like a bad word for it's part of its name, right? Schitt's Creek. That's what I'm thinking of? There's a lot of overlap in the cast between Mighty Wind and Schitt's Creek, is there not? Okay, 15 miles. Airspace alert is probably about Cork here. Yeah, I'm sure. So we have violated the Cork airspace here. Something we can play when the autopilot doesn't do something that surprises you. Um, well, I mean, get thumbs up or thumbs down, Jeffrey. If you like that one, I can just make that a command. Or if you'd like me to, I could. Catherine O'Hara, thank you, Soundtrack. I could also just the next time it happens, which can't be more than a few days, I could clip the next time we get Sim Caesar, shrieking like, What's it doing? Why is it doing that?" So I mean that might be funnier. I don't know. We so just let me know, or I could put that one in now and then change it to something else that we clip later on. Sakrin, welcome back. Good to see you. What are we? Still got 10 miles to run here, so that's fine. We don't have much. So I'm just soundtrack. I'm just going to leave the redeem request open for now, so that will hopefully serve as a reminder. You know what? Actually, no. It's time to start a new page on my notepad, and I will set Jeff B. That's good. Alrighty. 9 miles. Very good. alternating channels, lurking in, more is active in. Yeah, it's there's just always somebody wonderful streaming something wonderful. It kind of seems like, doesn't it? Right. Okay. Well, soundtrack. I will be on the lookout for uh, something suitable of that nature, because they say, "Hey, Mark, welcome on in. This is not a Mooney. This is the Velocity XL by Black Square. It's a canard wing pusher, and it's a lot of fun to fly." Um, but and let's see. I need to get to my. So the greeter bot is on strike, tabletop, but I've so I'm in control here. There we go. Um, yeah. So soundtrack. I will definitely find an appropriate clip for that. And they say kids say the darndest things, but anyone who says kids say the darndest things, uh, they have not met Sim Caesar, because I don't know any place else where you get things like you know what I mean? Hey, Ivan 008, welcome on in. Happy to see you're here. We're nearing the end of our second flight of the day, which will also be the end of the stream. Uh, we're on our way. Oh, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Welcome in. Simi639er? Siemi? Siam? Siam? Any guidance, perfectly welcome. Happy to have it. So we're about 3 miles now from this castle. Oh, and it's given us a nice zoom in there as well. So let's take the autopilot away and see if we can find the castle now that we are a little closer. And if I can get, oh, I bet Dragon has found it and is flying right over it. Am I right? Uh, However I want. Well, okay, well, but how I want to say it is the way you want it said. So I think we're at an impasse. Um, I could just call you 639er. Does that work? I don't know. At any rate, welcome. Happy to have you here. Welcome to the Peter Mooney channel. We are flying along the near the south coast of. Oh, wait, that looks like we're right over it on the GPS. South coast of Ireland, quite near Cork. We're going to land at Cork shortly, but first we're going to check out Cork Castle, which from there it looks like we're right over Dragon. I'm going to pause and see if I can't find this thing. I don't remember it being near a housing estate. uh, it definitely had some woods around it. Ooh, I hear Dragon flying by. Oh, this is the little river that it's near, I'm pretty sure. Oh, here we are right here. That GPS brought us right into the neighborhood. So, um, like as I mentioned earlier, um, Blarney Castle was originally built as a timber structure in the early 1200s, and when that burned down a couple hundred years later, it was replaced by a stone keep. Uh, and that's there's a partial remain of that here today, which Microsoft or Asobo has made a POI out of. Whoopsie! Thought I had the camera slowed down, but I guess not slowed down enough. But so there's the main castle, but then there's also, I think it's got to be, There's Dragon. Hi. I think it's got to be this over here. Not especially well modeled in any detail, but in 1875, the family uh, that owned the castle uh, built a residence over here. So this is Blarney House. Um, and then it said Sieme. Sieme. Oh, is that Italian for together? That's, I like it. Thanks, thanks, Planet Neutral. I will adopt that. Unless I hear any objection from CMA 639er, I will say CMA. Thanks. I appreciate it. Right, so Blarney House over there, Blarney Castle right here. And I didn't do a lot of investigating when I came to check it out. But if I can get the camera to behave, that looks better. There's some interesting detail. I'm guessing. Well, it won't let me go lower. I must be on top of a wall or something. Yep. Probably won't let me go through a wall either. Oh, it does. Interesting. I'm guessing they're maybe a gift shop or something that they're modeling here. I'm not sure how. Let's go up top here because somewhere along the top of, well, these walls are all looking. This is not looking very crumbly, broken down, falling apart. But up on top of one of these walls, uh, there's a bit of broken away. Yeah, this all looks a little too pristine compared to the photos. One of these walls that's partially crumbled, um, there's a spot where you can kind of lie down with your back on the edge and while someone's holding on to you and there's a couple of like grip bars for you to hold on to while you lean backwards over the edge, uh, and from there in that position you can stretch your neck out far enough to kiss the stone on the opposite wall, which is the Blarney Stone. And legend has it that if you manage to do that and kiss the Blarney Stone, that it you will receive the gift of eloquence as a result of having kissed the stone. So I don't know about any of that, but that's what they say. Can we go through one of these windows, I wonder? Let's see. Ooh, our angle is getting a little bit. I think it's gonna not let me go through. Interesting. It will let me go through the window, but no, that's so. So when I was just out in space over the top of the thing, it would not let me come down here. It's like there was an invisible, unbreachable roof. But having come in through the window, now it is letting me go down toward the floor. I don't know how low can we go. Looks like pretty low. Wow. That's interesting. Huh. Well, I had. Where did I put that? Oh, I put that on there. There's a round tower just across that I was planning on inspecting from the inside. But this one looks like it would do as well. Let's see. Whoopsie. Well, at any rate, um, which way did we, was that it over there? No. Was did I lose it? No, I spotted it along the road. Yeah, right over here. Here we go. Yeah. Uh, oh, so, CMA, hey, so I was just fooling around, and having a bit of fun. Uh, so we're just checking out this, Microsoft Flight Simulator point of interest, Blarney Castle near Cork or Cark, in Ireland. And when I was checking it out ahead before the stream, I thought it might be fun to check out this tower. Boop. And then, no, oh, no, oh, not at all what I wanted. There we go. And then I thought it would be fun to, I was, I was going to do that little musical thing with this view, but it's also not quite the view. Uh, but you get the general idea, I think. So at any rate, yeah. So that's Blarney Castle. I guess we should probably see if we can't head on back to the airport in Cark and get ourselves down. Oh my gosh, yeah. I see. We only have about 50 minutes until Sim Caesar's. Uh, Sim Caesar's legal department is calling me. Um, what was I? I think I was saying, oh, yeah, I think I was saying, uh, maybe, that. No, I guess I have to click over here before we can, with the thing, and then no, does it not? Oh, there we go. Okay. Ah, no, okay. Oh, we got to go back here. Here we are. Alrighty then. Um, if I get this back on, might at least turn us in the direction of the airport, which is the kind of the main thing I'm interested in at this point. And soundtrack Lest You Panic. I've got the flight recorder going. So yeah, let's see if there's any other trouble we can get into before we land in Ark. Uh, there's our friend Dragon. Oh, are you already at the field? It looks like you are. So I'm guessing that's the airport over that way, huh? Yeah, it looks like we're turning that way. Excellent. For anybody who has come in recently, this is let's see, the better view from that side. It's a home built called the Velocity XL. You can buy plans and build this at home. The simulator version is by Black Square, the folks who've been doing the steam gauge conversions recently for other planes. But it's a four-seater canard wing pusher, and a lot of fun to fly. I've been enjoying it today. And yeah, so we're heading to Cork to land. And how is the rudder control? Let's try it out. Seem to have a good bit of rudder effectiveness, even with the autopilot on. It twists quite a bit. Did I just kill the autopilot? I should probably check. Did I? Well, now I can't tell. Is that approach mode? What have I done? I think I should probably just fly. What do you think? Yeah, let's do that. Autopilot away. There we go. Autopilot off. That is the airport over there. Yes, it is. Let's, oh my gosh. Jumperman. Oh my gosh, with a 7-month resub. Thank you so much, Jumperman. A, good to see you. Welcome. Happy to have you here. And B, thank you so much for the resubscription. That's awesome. I think we could enter a left downwind from here. What do you think? Yeah. Let's do it. So let's pull the power back a little bit and see if we can get ourselves slowed down. Good Lord, we're doing 160 knots. Let's see if we can get ourselves a lot slowed down. Not really sure what gear operating speed is on this, but it's probably not that fast. Oh, you can make it. That's the bottom of the word experimental there above the window there. Alrighty then. Okay, that's not looking not too bad. Nice. Probably be helpful to know the field elevation, but you know, I'm a slacker today. What can I tell you? Oh, okay. All right. We'll beam the numbers. Just head on out this way a little bit further before we turn base. It's a strange airport. I might just go ahead and cheat a little bit, make it easier to see on the electronics there. All this glass, it'd be a shame to not use it, am I right? While we're on final here, if you have not already gotten yourself a ticket for the giveaway, be sure to type !ticket and enter it into the chat. The giveaway is for it's a chance to win a free subscription to the Peter Mooney channel. Or if you're a winner and you're already subscribed, I'll give you a subscription to any channel on Twitch. That as long as it's a channel that offers subscriptions. So, yes, CMA, excellent. Thank you for entering. And China Balloon, thank you for entering. There's only 18 people entered in the giveaway at this point. So if you would like a 1 in 19 shot at a free subscription, $4.99 value, you don't have to be present to win. Like if you're on your way out. Good. Yes. Thank you for explaining soundtrack. That does help. I'm gonna go ahead and be about turning base here. Woo! And oh yeah, I kind of came out further than I needed to, but I really oh. Hey! Oops. One shot, one cool. Welcome on in, and thank you so much for the resub. 2 months. I appreciate that a great deal. And I didn't overshoot too much. That's a nice change of pace. And I might not be too high. We're probably a little high. So let's go with a little less power. Oh, we're also like wicked slow, so let's for sure have some flaps. Oh, we don't have flaps. I believe we established in our pre-flight that we do not have flaps on this aircraft, and I'm operating my flap lever is appearing to have no bearing at all. But let's have some more drag with the gear. So there's gear down, and let's see if we can get a nice gentle steady descent rate going here. That at least generally looks like it might put us somewhere near the touchdown zone. I don't know. We'll see. And what's our, I don't know my, 94. Having done no basic maneuvers in this plane, or if I did any, it was a year ago when I got it for my birthday. Yes, so Sleazy does it again. That's you. We were on the same page. The rest of that sentence was, I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what the stall speed is, let alone recommended VREF, but I am pretty sure we got the runway made, so I'm gonna keep sneaking the power down here just to see how low we can go. I'm presuming that the speed tape turns red at some point down there. Wouldn't you think? Hmm. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going way too fast and we're all about to die. We're about to find out, I guess. I'm glad Clark has a nice long runway here. I wish I was closer to the center of it. Uh, well, float on down toward the other half of the runway here. Good. Well, it could have been rougher, huh? Not stop on the crossing runway here. That would be bad. Okay. Oh, and I see Dragon is parked on up over this way. Hmm. There we go. Yeah. I mean, if I can't find a flap lever uh, in the cockpit, in the virtual cockpit, and when I go outside and carefully examine all the wing surfaces while operating you know, the flap lever that's on my Honeycomb Bravo quadrant, nothing happens. There's no control surface moving that I can tell. Um, Dragon, which way did you are you up? I'm not seeing you. Are you to my right or my left? Oh, I gotta go back in here before the brakes work. That's not you. Let's see if I can figure out what's going on. Oh, there's Dragon to my left. Okay. Woo! Oh, it's interesting from the cockpit view, you're not showing up. I wonder what that's about. Yeah, so the main wing in the back has has the ailerons on it. And then the little canard wing in the front is your elevator. So that's got CMA. What one thing does that landing mean? Dragon, why can't I see you? Have I gone blind? Uh oh, it's the window tint. Oh my gosh, Sim Captain Dave, you made it. Your your plan was to Dragon. Did you borrow Spundot's Stealth 152? Uh, well, I guess we're not going to get a screenshot then. Oh, that you followed. Oh, CMA, thank you so much. Did I not hear the command, or that was weird? I should be able to replay it. Wait, what's, oh, that's weird. It's in, something strange is going on. Spun.high, health gun. um, yeah, no, no alerts aren't paused. The alerts are working, but it's CMA. Thank you so much for the follow. And for some reason, Twitch picked it up, but Stream Elements didn't. So that's why we didn't get a follow alert for you, because I could just replay it. If oh wait, oh no, there it is. I think. Let's see. Thank you for the follow, CMA. Happy to have you here. Um, so if we're not going to get a screenshot, and given that we're almost to the 30-minute window I got to get something to eat before Sim Caesar's stream starts. So let's get ourselves moving toward the exits. Oh, Dragon. Oh, at a when? Oh, is he paused? Dragon, are you like at a menu or something paused? Is that why you're not showing up on the screen? Um, that you're ascended gravity. You're absolutely right. That would definitely explain it. Uh, oh, cool. Yeah. So CMA exclamation point specs SPECS. I think it's been a while in the chat. Should get you a rundown of the whole thing, and I think they're actually even updated with what I'm currently using because I added a second PC a few months ago so that the simulator's running on one PC, but it's the other PC that's doing the streaming, and then it should list all the. Yeah, is that yeah? The flight controls are like those last few lines down there at the bottom. Jeffrey B. All right. Yep. All right. Oh, play. Oh, what play are you in, Jeffrey? If you don't mind my asking. And just look up something else over here right quick while that's going on. And there's okay. So that's good. Nana Does Vegas. I am not familiar with that. Um, I'll have to look it up. So yeah, Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo, yeah, Alpha Yoke and Bravo throttle, exactly, is what I'm using. So where am I? With this? Oh no, this was fine. But if we go back here, I think, and then if we come over here, then if Dragon does suddenly show up, uh, he should be in the picture there. So we'll leave that there for now. And oh, so yeah, let's watch a replay of that landing because it was possibly my longest float ever. I'm not proud of that, and it was not anywhere near the center line. But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the play? Um, oh, sequel to Nana's Naughty Knickers. Oh well. And I was gonna. I worked as a technical director in a dinner theater for a few years, way back in my extreme youth, and it was the Barn Dinner Theater in Norfolk, Virginia. So we did classics like Right Bed, Wrong Husband, and what was the other? Oh yes, Not With My Daughter You Don't. That one was amazing too. So the throttle. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, CMA, the honeycombs are awesome. I absolutely love them. I can't can't recommend them highly enough. Uh, Honeycomb's also coming out with pedals sometime soon, the Charlies, and I can't justify the price. The cheap ones that I have are working fine, but the throttle and yoke, I definitely what we whoa what hang on. I just went to the flight recorder to hang on. I clicked stop, and now I'm not seeing. Is it? Oh, it's not responding. That's not good. Ooh, and flight recorder has just exited stage left, pursued by a bear. I mentioned because I think Jeffrey will get it. That's weird. Gosh, I must have saved it. What is this? So there's July 7, July 13. Two flights. What's going on here? Bear with me for just a moment. The flight recorder seems to be having some difficulties. Um, Okay, well, I don't get it. Logbook. 2023, July, July 13, 2 flights, and then nothing in the list. So strange. Let me try exiting normally, and then, oh man, it wants to know whether or not I want it to do a backup. So it's either emptied the flights out of memory, and now if I back it up, it will write the absence of those flights to the disk, or it wrote them to the disk, and if I now back up, I'm going to overwrite the nothing in memory to and erase this. So boy, now I don't know what to do. I guess I hit backup. Okay, and it closed. I will try it one more time here. 9. Okay, well, what if I go back to the 11th? Okay, so there's also nothing from, it's, if you don't mind bearing with me just another moment, I really wanted to see not only the landing replay, but the wing view replay of this as well. And it just, so there's that. Huh. It appears to be gone. That is such a shame. Should I do a lap in the pattern and then a replay? No, by the time I do that, SimCaesar will be starting. Well, gosh, I don't know what to tell you other than I am terribly sorry. Um, I was so much looking forward to that replay, and it's not going to happen. So let's get a screenshot here with Drygon. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that to get myself to where Drygons. Oh, name tag will appear, but not if I have them turned off. Do I have them turned off? I don't. What am I doing? Bear with me a moment. Here, I'm back out here. Weird that I got to be that far away. Okay. There we go. Let's do that. All right. There's a screenshot for the family album, and well, I'm completely bereft that we don't have a landing replay uh, or a wing view replay. I had picked out a song for the wing view replay that is a real favorite. I guess we're just going to have to come back to Ireland soon. that's the other. There's no two ways about it. So, gosh, sorry for the disappointment. Um, so let me thank everybody who contributed financially to the stream today, to the channel. I appreciate whatever form your participation took today. If it's just lurking while you work and glancing at the screen once in a while, and yeah, Strandle, hi, welcome on in. Yeah, the Velocity, it's a uh, a home built experimental similar to Burt Rutan's Long Easy home built experimental. So yeah, it's a canard wing pusher, 4-seater, smoking fast, fuel efficient, nimble, A lot of fun to fly, and so ugly it's beautiful, at least in my book. That's how I feel about it anyway. Uh, but yeah, it's the for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's made by Black Square, the folks who have been doing recently those like Steam Gauge retrofits for a variety of planes. Uh, but yeah, so that's the plane there. Uh, Dragon, it looks like you picked a rough parking spot there, but okay. So thank you for being here today. Whether that was like I started to say, if you were just able to lurk, or if those of you who were able to chat, thank you for chatting. And then folks who were able to provide financial support, also very, 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 very much appreciated. And let me just say quick thank yous to our new followers today. That would be Sleazy Does It Again. Um, and then also new follows today from uh J, it's I can't the other screen is too far away. I can't see it. J Gibbs. There we go. J Gibbs, L Brown, China Balloon, Motosua, and CMA 639er all following today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hope you will come back. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, 1900 Zulu, just twice a week. Happy to have you here anytime. So thank you for the new follows. We had some resubscriptions today. Jumperman resubscribing for 7 months. Thank you so much, Jumperman. And One Shot One Cool resubscribing for a second month. I appreciate that a great deal as well. And then some gifted subs. Scotty Dottie, thank you for giving 3 gift subscriptions today. Those went to Flight Level Riz, Motosua, and the Stream Elements bot. Um, Soundtrack, light a fire under me on that one, if you don't mind. So thanks again for supporting the stream in whatever way you did today. We're gonna do the giveaway next. So if you have not gotten yourself a ticket for the giveaway, you have only a few seconds left to do so. Type !ticket and enter that into the chat. And there you go. Dragon already got a ticket. That's great. And CMA, you got a ticket. So CMA, I will send you a Twitch whisper if you win the giveaway and you're not here. So you don't have to be present to win. But we're going to go ahead and do that relatively now. Let me see if I can't grab the giveaway window. Hey, there it is. Only 19 people entered. Last chance. We are going to end this giveaway very soon in only a few seconds. Ending the giveaway in 3, 2, 1. Oh, the giveaway is closed. You may no longer enter. Oh, soundtrack. Oh no, you missed your chance. Oh, Scotty missed a chance too. Oh, this is this is awful. Oh, I feel so bad. Um, just awful about the. Oh, and I did the wrong thing. There we go. I feel so bad that you guys didn't get a ticket. That's just horrible. So for the 19 lucky people who did get tickets, let's go ahead and draw that winner. We will draw the winner in 3, 2, 1. And it's Cold Nebo. Cold Nebo is probably driving home about now, if I know Cold Nebo at all. Depending on, you could still be stuck at work, but probably on the drive home. So, Cold Nebo, are you here? Are you here? If not, I will uh, message Cold Nebo, let him know that he has won, and find out who he wants a sub to. Oh, that's right. I could check and make sure that he's not already subscribed. I'm sure he's not. But, in fact, uh, oh, he's doing Oshkosh. Is that what it is? Uh, Let me, because he's not in the, but if I do, if I go there, and then there, and then there, then, Oh, we will so yeah, let's go raid him for sure. Uh, but let me just check. I mean, unless his sub has just expired, uh, like since he left the stream earlier. Yep, no, he's current. So yeah, let's go give him a raid, and then yeah. So I'll start the music while the music's playing. Soundtrack. You can explain to CMA what Oshkosh is. No, it's very in very brief terms, CMA, it's an annual fly-in where people, mainly general aviation enthusiasts, all fly to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, uh, and I don't even know. Who knows roughly how many planes? Is it like a thousand planes that land there, and people camp out for the weekend, and then fly back home? 2,000, 3,000, 1,500. I don't know. I got to go one summer about somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago. I got to go up there uh, for one of those, and I didn't go on a little. Hey, Chris O'Duke, welcome on in. Good to see you. We've just done the giveaway, which means it can come off the screen, because then we're gonna raid Cold Nebo. Northern Lights visible tonight. Oh, cool. That's a good question. You'd think the way they've been doing fireworks and that sort of thing, you would think maybe they would put the Aurora Borealis in the sim, but I don't know if they had or not. But um, hey, Scotty Too Hottie, thank you so much for putting that link in. So CMA Scotty Too Hottie just put a link in there for the Oshkosh Air Venture show. EAA is the sponsor. It's the Experimental Aircraft Association, and yeah, so you can definitely find out a lot more about it there. Um, so then I think goodbye, CMA. Nice meeting you. Hope to see you next week, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, 1900 Zulu. Hope to see everybody in Sim Caesar's stream in about 20 minutes for GA Thursday tonight. And I think the only other piece of business then is and it's not business. That's a completely misspoke, but it's just I want to say thank you to Soundtrack 78 for moderating the chat today. Wouldn't want to do it without you, even if I could. And look forward to seeing you next Tuesday as well. So thanks everybody. Let me get a let's see. Raid Cold Nebo. There's that, so I'll get that going. And then I'm gonna, while it gathers that stuff up, uh, even if you can't stick around for Cold Nebo's stream, stick around for the raid if you can. Throw some emotes in his chat. Tell him what a great job he's doing. And then, yeah, so I'll see you over there shortly. And like I said, hope to see you back here next Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Sorry about the replays again. I'll see if I can get that ironed out before next week. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.